and welcome to episode 13 of Ina Knits, my video podcast about my passions for yarn and knitting. My name is Ina and I am coming to you from Winter Wonderland here in Trøndelag, midden part of Norway where I live. So, a warm welcome to everybody. If you are new, thank you so much for checking out my podcast. I hope you like it. And if you are returning, thank you so much for sticking with me. I really appreciate it. Today I'm going to announce the winner of my 2000 subscriber on YouTube giveaway. Wow, 2000 is a big number. So I'm super grateful for that, and yeah, I had so many entries in the giveaway, so that is very exciting too. So please stick around if you are curious if you might be the winner. Wow, it has been almost 2 super exciting weeks of Winter Olympics now. And I'm a complete Winter Olympics nerd. I like watching sports on TV in general, especially like cross-country skiing and alpine skiing, but the strength, I don't watch it all. Like, I don't usually watch hockey, and I don't usually watch like curling and some of the other like Olympic sports. But every 4 years when the Winter Olympics are here, these kind of sports just become very exciting to me. So yeah. But it has been a great Olympics for the Norwegians so far. So that is super cool for us Norwegians. Yeah. Besides the Olympics, we have had a great deal of beautiful winter weather and lots of snow. And we have been in our cabin in the mountains, and I mean, it's a dream winter now. We are going skiing every day while we are there, and the sun has been shining and the ski tracks are perfect, and we are just enjoying ourselves so much. And I think we had about 1.5 meters of snow now, so we could dig out like caves for our son to play in, and yeah, we had a lot of fun out in the snow. So that is absolutely the best thing about winter, in my opinion. I find winter quite dull if it's only like frost with no snow, or if the weather is too mild to even have any snow. When it's only raining, that's not as fun as the snowy weather. Today I'm drinking a absolutely delicious cup of David's tea. I was so fortunate as to receive a lot of David's tea from Joanne, whom I swatched yarn and goodies with. I showed you all the lovely thing I received last time. And yeah, this tea is so delicious. It is wild strawberry, and the richness of the flavors are incredible. I love it. I have some exciting knitting things to show you today. I even have some spinning to show you today, and that's quite exciting. But first I will start off with finished objects. So my first and only finished object this week is my Quartz Mittens. So here they are. So these mittens are a design by Erika Mount. I test knitted the mittens for her last winter. But I only had to knit one mitten in order to complete the test knit. So the other mitten hasn't been casted on until 4 weeks ago. When I decided to start tackling my UFOs. In my last episode, I was almost finished with the second mitten. I only had half a thumb left. And so it's not a very impressive thing to say that I now have a finished object, but nevertheless, I'm very pleased to have this pair 100% complete. I have even washed and blocked it, or blocked the pair, and they are now ready to wear. And they are a tiny bit big for my hands, but I think I will keep them for myself anyway. They are very lovely, just the perfect thickness for the weather we have now, with approximately 5 to 7 degrees below freezing point. So I love this beautiful stranded knitting technique, and you only knit with 2 colors at a time, so it's not very complicated, but at the same time it's quite interesting with the pattern. Very nice geometric pattern. And I love how the pattern is continuing on the thumb. So it's the same whether you pull the thumb up or down. And it even has patterning on the back of the thumb. And the yarn is Sanne Smart and Sterk from Du Store Alpacka, but you could use any DK or worsted weight yarn. And I have used superwash, but the best color work yarn is definitely non-superwash yarns. So yeah, I really like them, and I am super happy to have one UFO off the list. So my knitting project that I have been working the most on these past 2 weeks are definitely my Love You Baby Shawl. And this is it. And because it's cramped up on a needle that's too short, it's a bit difficult to show you. But it consists of 4 different sections. And last time I was still on section 1, which is this brioche, 2-color brioche section. And section 2 is this striping section, and section 3 is seed stitch or moss stitch down here. So I was super unsure about the color choice of this shawl, and frankly I still am a bit unsure, because this pink color is, as it is super nice, but it is a little bit too bright for my taste, and it is actually quite neon pink. At least some parts of it is. But on the other hand, I think that it really brightens up the shawl, as the two first colors that I chose was quite muted, and yeah, you're supposed to play with color in this shawl, and I thought that it's important to challenge yourself, and maybe sometimes use colors that's not necessarily your first choice. So yeah, so I did. So to take you through the colors, this red, deep pink reddish color is this one. I don't recall what it's called, but you can look it up on my Ravelry project page. And on the back I used a grey, which is a Tosh Merino Light. And because I use singles for the two color brioche section, I should really use a single for the third, as the third yarn choice as well, but I didn't have single spun yarn in the right color in my stash, and I didn't want to buy any new yarn for this project, so I chose this one. And this is Berenwolle, and it was her January Speckled Surprise Club color. I don't recall what it's called, but I will put it on Ravelry on the project page. So yes, now I need to continue with section 4, which will also be 2 color brioche all the way around the bottom edge below the moss stitch. And then I'm going to use this color together with the grey. My only little problem is that I am about to run out of the grey. I knew that would become a problem because I didn't have enough yardage when I started off. So I probably need to find another grey in my stash and use that one instead. My second working project this week is another old UFO. Oh, I'm so proud. This is the Sigrid socks pattern that my friend Emilie from Arctic Knitting has made. I test knitted this sock for her 1 year ago, and same story as for the Quartz Mittens. I only had to finish one sock to complete the test knit, and so I did. Yeah. So now the second sock is going. It was actually on the needles, but I have I picked it up from this point on and I knitted down to the needles. And I'm now ready to start working on the heel. And this is the lovely yarn. It is from Countess Ablaze. It's their Lady Persephone sock, and the color is called Kamikaze. I feel like I'm on a very good track now when it comes to tackling my UFOs. In episode 11, I showed you all of my UFOs and whips, and I think I had about 13 of them. So I've decided that I will now pick up and work on old UFOs and always have one old project on the needles as a working project. Yeah, if that made any sense. So I will still work on new exciting things, but I will, have one particular old project in focus and ensure that I do have some progress and that they eventually will be finished or ripped out. A couple of them will probably be ripped out, but yeah, if you're curious about that, you might want to look into my episode number 11. So I love this pattern. It has a faux cable down on one side, and the other side is just plain stockinette. So I can't wait to have them finished. The third working project this time is also a sock, and it's a new one. This is the Blueberry Waffle pattern, and it is combined with an Afterthought heel. And yeah, so the Blueberry Waffle pattern is a lovely pattern. It is a free pattern on Ravelry, and I have used it many times for socks because it creates some interest while you're knitting, but on the same time it's very easy and straightforward, and it mainly consists of plain stockinette stitches. Usually when I knit an Afterthought heel, I complete the heel after I'm done with the toe. But in this case, I was very unsure on how on where to start the toe. So actually I stopped knitting on the foot down here, and I picked up the stitches for the heel and completed the heel to see how many centimeters the heel would build in order to get the correct length of the sock. And yeah, I have started the toe decreases here, but I realized that I might have started too soon, so I think I will rip back to the little birdie progress keeper and knit another centimeters or perhaps 2 before I start on the toe decrease. So yepsy pepsy, I am super eager to finish this pair and send both this and the other man-sized sock pair that I showed you last time to the recipient. The yarn I'm using is this one. It is Patton's Cry, and it's the first time ever that I have tried this yarn. And I'm super pleased with it. I actually thought that it would be more scratchy, but I find it very smooth and not itchy at all. And for the heels, I am using a plain dark grey Susanne Sisu in a charcoal grey color. So that's all my knitting this week, but I do want to show you my spinning. So about a year ago, I bought my very first drop spindle, and I believe that this drop spindle is from Spin City. And along with it, I bought a braid. This braid is Rambouillet, which is also called French merino. So it is basically a merino yarn. This is the first little bundle that I spun up. It's still a single, but and it's so over twisted. I don't know. This is hilarious. But I so want to learn to spin, and I was so inspired by Lily of Nordic Stitches. She just recently made a video log showing the way of a bat of wool to a handspun yarn. I just ran down in the basement to find my drop spindle again, because I haven't tried spinning on it for almost a year. And I did some spinning indeed. So this is my super rookie-like first attempt of spinning, or second. I wouldn't exactly call this spinning, but I did watch some YouTube videos on how to drop spindle, and I gave it a good try, and I don't know, it's so uneven and yeah, not perfect at all, but in some ways I find it very pleasing to just like do it and not worry too much if it will be perfect or not, because obviously it cannot be perfect when you have just started doing something, and I know that I need a lot of practice in order to manage the drop spindling. But I am going to spin up this whole braid and practice, and then I will make it a 2-ply, and who knows, maybe it ends up with a little hank of yarn that is perfectly usable for something, or just, yeah, maybe I don't need to use it for anything, but it will be fun anyway. The only little challenge I now have is that I dropped the spindle a couple or 3 times on the floor, and now the top whirl has become loose. So I guess I need to in some way try and glue the top whirl to the stick again, because now it's not possible for me to perform the spindle motion because it's become undone. So yeah, maybe next time I can show you some more spinning. Quite impressive, don't you think? Some new lovely yarn has found its way into my stash during the past 2 weeks. And firstly, I received a swap package from Dawn. Thank you so much, Dawn. I loved it, and as you might noticed, the pattern scroll is already on my needles, and it's very exciting to be able to try out some new brands of yarn. Secondly, I have received a cowl prize this week too, and that is a prize that I won for participating in a knit along over at Nordic Stitches. And the prize was a sock set from Little French Meadow. And it consists of a main hank of sock yarn with a contrasting little mini hank for heels, cuffs and toes. And this is called the Luminous Sock Set. And you can probably see why, because it's quite luminous. Very bright green. But I love it, and it is super soft. So thank you so much, Lily. And she also included a super cute little kitty progress keeper that she made herself, I suspect. Thank you. Lastly, I have a giveaway prize to announce, or not a prize, but a giveaway winner. And it is the 2000 subscriber giveaway on my channel, and I just have to say a big thank you to all of you who have chosen to subscribe on my channel. And I received so many wonderful comments and messages and love from so many of you, and I am super grateful for that. So thank you so much. And because of my gratitude towards all of you who support me in so many great ways, I wanted to host a giveaway to give something back. So I am giving away the latest copy of the Lane magazine. It is their autumn-winter edition. And together with the magazine, I'm giving away a super beautiful hank of Arctic yarns. And this is the Fjell base, and it's superwash merino and nylon in fingering weight. And this colorway is called Sunset at the Lake. Oh, it's gorgeous. So, I had 165 entries in the giveaway, and I randomly chose number 58, and that was Sharon Littler. Congratulations, Sharon. And The prompt of the giveaway was that you should tell me something that you love about winter time. And she wrote, winter here in Comox Valley, BC, Canada is usually very wet. I like winter because to me it is a slow down time from summer activities and more knitting time. And I do agree. I think that's a lovely thing about winter, and even though I personally appreciate so much that we have quite a lot of snow, so we can be outdoors even though it's winter time, we do tend to spend more time outdoors when it is warmer and it's summer and we don't have to put on so much clothes to be outdoors. And also I spend quite a bit of time in my garden during summertime, so I guess that winter time does create more knitting time and time to slow down and relax and do other things indoors. Anyway, thank you so much to all of you who participated in the giveaway, and a special thank you and congratulations to Sharon. So please get in touch with me and let me know your mailing address, and I will ship your prize out to you as soon as I can. So that, everybody, was all that I had for you this time, and I hope that you have a lovely rest of February, and I will see you in March next time. Wow, it's almost spring, eh? Okay, so happy knitting and bye bye!